Siemanko, z tej strony Mroczenia, a to jest gra Outlast. Będziemy kontynuować naszą przygodę. Nowy altar jest gotowy. Nie wiem, co miał zrobić. Zadanie mnie prościej.
There's so much stuff you need to take on exploration. Batteries, drills, and all that preparation must...
Gdzie jest ono? Tutaj na górze. No to budzimy.
Hey, how are you feeling? Well, I'll be damned. You okay? Surprisingly okay. Especially considering what I'm seeing. Very clearly. Good. Do you, remember your name? Of course. But... I think you know perfectly well who I am. So let's not waste time. Just tell me, how much did you find? What? How much rupidium is there? Did we get a breakthrough? That's not the most important thing at the moment. Except for the fact it's the primary goal of the mission. Yes, but... Hey, wait. How do you know I found any rupidium at all? Well... Isn't it obvious? I wake up seeing someone who looks and sounds like me, which has to mean we share the same DNA. Then there's the glasses. What about them? They're fake. Probably just manufactured to make me feel more like myself, but completely unnecessary otherwise, because here I am, with perfectly good eyesight, in the womb module, which could only lead to one conclusion. That my body was created to replicate someone who doesn't wear glasses. You. And to do that, of course, you would need to have found rupidium. Besides, I can see no other explanation for a sheep inside a space base. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wow, you're right. That's impressive. I did create you out of my DNA. We're not identical, of course. I can see you're not as quick to process information. And that's the interesting part. Yeah. Our bodies are the same, but our minds are not. I needed a scientist on board. But there's always a scientist on board. So, what went wrong? The old crew is gone. They're all dead. That's why I needed to alter myself into different versions. With the use of the quantum computer on board and something called mind records. Oh, I see. A recalculated mind based on an infinite amount of variables to contain the desired consciousness in a biological vessel. That actually sounds plausible. So, what do you need from me now? Why don't you rest a little? Get accustomed to the new reality? Which part of what I just said makes you think I'm not ready to start immediately? Well, in that case, your situation must be critical considering the lengths you went to. Something tells me there's no time to lose. You're right. Why don't you start with going through the mission logs? I need to get the full picture first. My thoughts exactly. Good. This might work.
Wstęp poszło dosyć łatwo. Ale tak. Bateria.
Would you like me to address that?
Przecież co? A mamy laboratorium? Tak. Jest. Już zapomniałam o tym. Badania. To się przyda. O. Nie mogę. Tylko tego nie mogę na razie. Może dlatego, że on to zaczął robić. Zbyt wcześnie kliknęłam. Zostało to pełne. A, dobra, potrzebujemy. Chwilę popracujemy. I tak, potrzebujemy kucharni. Nie jestem pewna, czy jeszcze potrzebujemy pylonów. A, no musi chyba jeszcze. Więc na razie to. Dobra.
Is it me, or does it sound a bit artificial?
pytania. I Maria zakończyła. Później kolejny. Musimy przejść znaczy drugi dzień, śpimy teraz. Okej. Wydaje mi się, że teraz będę mogła wejść.
I like the new metals outpost. A good, solid choice.
Okej. Teraz potrzebujemy stworzenie. Czyli będę musiała znaleźć to miejsce. Ale to jest i podstawową kopalnię. Nie skończyłam kopalni. Ojej. Co za nieogarnięcie.
Keeping busy, I hope.
Może na okolicy nie ma co dyskusji, że to stworzy nasz plan. O, dobra. Spójrz, to ma miejsce silnej wspinaczki. Tutaj coś jest. Tu nie ma. Bateria na wyczerpaniu. Chyba jeszcze niżej, laboratorium. Także bateria. To. zablokowało. Chyba to nam by się przydało. Jeden sypialny. Może pogadamy? Pogadać nie chcę.
Jan, we're running out of repair kits.
Dobrze. Kolejną kopalnię.
Hello, Jan. So, how are you? Settling in all right? Settling in is overrated. I analyze reality from wherever I am, however uncomfortable the angle. There's always an observation to be made. I'd love to hear what you managed to observe. This place is not run optimally. Yeah, I know. I wasn't trained to command a mission. But now that you're here, with your experience, I'd love to pick your brain. Do you think you could mentor me? Good thinking. First of all, you need to set long-term goals and draw up a roadmap for each of them. Remember to include all unpredictable variables in the equation. That way you can have contingency plans at the ready for each instance. All right, slow down. Prioritize resources. Do not waste time on idle conversations with the crew. Hide the booze. Don't be cheap on coffee. That's slow enough for you?
No to tak chyba robię. Pracuję i śpię. O, może to.
Hey, you've just crossed out every team-building exercise on my list. The people are there for the mission, not the other way round. Truth is, I really wish we could make use of the tech I worked on for all these imaginary years. It would make things so much easier if it existed. So what exactly was your research about? Nanotech in space exploration. We went from a humble startup to making headlines in a few months. Taking our solutions to the front line was my dream come true. The data we could bring back. You had big plans for it. Well, now it's all gone. Turning it over in your head won't get you anywhere. You should focus on the work you need to do here and now. I never thought I'd say it, but yes, you're right. Let's get Rapidium back to Earth, and maybe later, we'll see.
Nim się łatwo zarządza. Dobra. To można dzisiaj już sobie zakończymy. Tutaj się prześpię, żeby się podpisać. No co, chyba pójść znaleźć kolejną kopalnię. Ja wam dziękuję za dzisiaj. Mam nadzieję, że się dobrze bawiliście razem ze mną. Dzięki, cześć, do zobaczenia. Bye.